Okay, making some progress here. Uh, let's shine some light on the subject here. So we have the plexiglass, as you can see, and then it goes into the wood here. However, when they install this, I can easily get the blade in here. However, on the side, it's very, very difficult to get the blade between the wood and the glass. So I'm wondering if that is the cause of the crack, having no expansion between, like if the wood expanded and hit the glass, it couldn't expand, maybe it just twisted. So I think part of this is going to be make the wood, maybe give the wood an 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch expansion in this groove here where the glass goes, so the wood has somewhere to expand. But I think that, because I can't even get the blade in here at all, so where I can easily get this thing a 1/2 inch into the bottom, I can easily bury it down here, but I can't on the sides. So I'm thinking that might have been the cause of the crack, so which is also going to make it more difficult to get the glass out. So I'm going to try to cut between the glass and the wood the best I can, and maybe try to break it, cut it from the inside as well, to debond as much as I humanly can to get this out without damaging it. So, but I think I found the cause of the crack. That's the only thing I can think of, because I can't get a blade in here at all. So I may have to just cut the wood or something to give me a little bit of a groove, and then once the glass is out, I will sand it or something to give it a little bit more breathing room. So that's where we stand now. I have a little bit of work to do on this, so I will get back to you later. Okay, after some futzing around, cutting the adhesive on the inside and the outside. I didn't film anything on the inside because it was kind of dark in there and probably wouldn't come out too good. So back on the outside, so I cut as much on the inside as I could, and I cut as much on the outside as I could. So I'm able to actually get the putty knife into the groove. It's actually a slightly bigger groove on the top than on the bottom. It's really hard to get something in on the bottom than on this side. So, but if I get this in here and pry up, I can actually see the glass move a little bit, so I know that I'm making some progress. So I know that it's at least partially loose. But the tolerance when he made this is unbelievable. I mean, I don't even think there's a 32nd of an inch between the wood and the glass, and there's definitely even less down here, because I can't even get this thin putty knife in there. I can get the blade barely, but I can't even get this very thin putty knife. So I'm hoping that if I can get the top done, it'll make the bottom come out a little easier if I can get some room in there. But just wanted to give you a quick update on the progress. It's going to be instantaneous for you, but I've been at this for what feels like 30 hours, but it's only been a few hours. But it's coming along, so I will update you when I make a little bit more progress. But I wanted to show you what I was up to at this point. Well, here we are again with another edit. So I've been at it, as you can see, with the razor blade, the scraper, and 5-in-1 tool, trying to clean out the groove all around it. I was able to get all 3 sides cleaned out, and went on the inside and scraped with a razor blade and a knife on the inside edge, and loosened up and got out as much adhesive as I could. So I noticed some movement in the glass, so I figured this would be a good time to get the video going again to show the point where the glass actually comes out, hopefully without breaking or damaging the wood. So as you can see, I finally got enough movement here, and it's coming out. And this is pretty thick plexiglass. I mean, I think this came with an 1/8 inch from the factory. This is a full 1/2 inch of plexiglass instead of the, I believe it was Lexan, I believe, polycarbonate. I don't know. I don't know what the different terms are. So forgive me if my terms are not correct. But this is plexiglass brand glass in here. So let's continue to work it. And you can see it's coming. Still a good amount adhered, so hopefully it's loose enough. You can see it's like really tight right around here, right around the crack. And actually you can't see that, can you? It's like really tight right around here. I can't even get a scraper or anything in there. So let's see if I can get a little bit more pry bar action over here. Let's get that in there. So get this a little bit more. It's so tight on the bottom, I can't even get a blade in there too easily. I want to cut the adhesive because I don't want it to be too adhered, and I don't want it to pull any more wood out than is necessary. So that's why I'm trying to be as gingerly as I can. You can't really tell over here. I did pull some wood off with the trim on the outside, and I'm trying to minimize that as much as humanly possible. And if this doesn't come out too quickly, I will probably edit this again, because I don't want you watching me cut for too long. If it doesn't come out on its own, I don't want to force it. Because once you start forcing things, bad things happen. Because that adhesive could easily damage the wood by pulling some off. It's so tight on the bottom. I'm literally forcing the razor blade into it. Let's try that one more time. That feels much better. I think we're good. And we have it out. So that's it. You can see this is really pretty friggin' thick. It's 1/2 inch plexiglass. So the previous owner wasn't screwing around, I'll tell you that. And he did a real good job putting this in, because this took me several hours to get out. I sure hope I do not have to do this again. So let's take this out of the mount and show you what we have here. Let's change. See, there's the crack. This is what it's all about here. And this crack is literally going through the inside of the boat too. So I definitely need to take care of this. And that's probably why the varnish kept peeling there. You can see there's the crack on the inside. So I really don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to think about this, clean up all the adhesive, and check my options here. The groove seems pretty good. Again, here was some damage from when I took the trim ring off. So, but all of this wood underneath here, I'm going to sand back and coat with epoxy, just to prevent any damage in the future, but there doesn't appear to be any water damage here, so I'm really, really pleased with that. And then on the inside, I will have to varnish a little bit on the inside, I'm sure, especially right here where the crack was. So I have to open this up to see what I'm up against, but that's the bad boy there. So I'll have to see what's going on here, open that up a little bit. But I think we're going to call it a day for now.